We have got a Suzuki GSX8R, not the S. So different one this time around, and we are going to be doing many exciting things. The Dyno Stage 2 we absolutely love because we've already tested it on these, so we're going to make a ton of power with that. And then we're going to do an exhaust swap for the Arrow full race system. Tasty, it's going to sound awesome.
Take 2.5. Okay, 2.5, 2025 GSX8R. So we believe these are going to be quite a popular bike, so thought we'd do a quick video on this one. So it's had its base run already, fairings have been stripped off. We'll show you it all built up and pretty in a bit. So exhaust is about to be dropped off. It has the world's longest O2 sensor cable for the one by the cat, which is ridiculous, hence why it's been held up. So we're about to drop this big ugly system off there, the size of that for a cat on a little twin. So we'll get this off. We're putting a full Arrow system on here, Dyno Stage 2, and then back on the dyno for mapping. So yeah, do your quick fast forward the bits and bobs. Okay, exhaust is off. You didn't miss anything exciting. I literally dropped it down. So this is your horrible, ugly, very heavy, so we'll weigh them in a sec. Standard system, and this is the beauty that we're putting on there. Ta-da! I think you'll agree. It is a nice looking system. So I haven't put the heat shields on yet. This is just to show you guys. But let's weigh them and show you the weight difference. So we're going to skip to the bit where I've walked across the office and pull the scales out. Okay, so standard systemione. Roughly, because I'm trying to balance it. What are we saying? So 8 kilo-ish. We'll go with 8. I'll go with 8. It's just going to be even more fun to try and... 4. So genuinely half the weight of the original system. So I'm happy with that. Which I don't know why companies make things so hard to get into these days. Stage 2. So it means we can have an open filter. So we'll be able to show you it a bit better on the bike, but you get the idea. That'll be on the side of the bike, innit? As you can see, still get great filtration, but you get a lot more airflow. Do you mind not zooming in? What's the problem with my Japanese? My
tens of thousands of pounds on snap on it.
Let's just clarify something. See, them screws, they are not posi screws, they are Japanese industry standard screws, and these fit better. You don't slip and they don't drop off. Ta-da! JIS. So update, we're just putting the Dyno Stage 2 combo kit in, which means taking the battery off. We do need to put coolant in it, but my father doesn't like being on camera. Show him on the camera, put him on the camera. He's on YouTube, he's famous. He looks really weird now, he's hiding.
You just wait until someone in the comments says, that is a PZ1. That is compatible with all. Blah, blah, blah.
Say, suck it. A mega battery. Bit of a wiggle and jiggery pokery. Didgery dodgery.
Is that being removed?
That is being removed. Bit of foam. And then a very thick filter. So, as I did show you before upstairs, but to give you an idea, the difference of what it has to breathe through. So, we're going to lash this. I'm going to pop this in, like so, but then instead of putting this lid on, we're literally going to put that on, which then means it can breathe. And then we'll do our magic on the dyno where we put more fuel in to go with all this extra air and that exhaust, bigger ponies. That's it. Battery in. Time for some coolant, and then it can be fired up. He's putting the coolant in. One thing we did too, with this being a Euro 5 spec bike, The baffles are welded in position for homologation purposes. As you can see a little bit more here, they are laser welded here and here, and you have to take a fair bit off. Just with, we use a Dyno with a flat disc, and just take that off, and then you're able to knock it out from the back. So if you're using your bike for purely track purposes only, that's how you get it out. It will have some engine management lights because we haven't flashed these yet. Certain things like the O2 sensors off, but we'll give you a first start up and sounds ready. 3, 2, 1.
We've done some runs. It's got a base flash on there now, which is essentially a map that's built to this pretty much spec with that stage 2, with the full system, etc, etc. And so this would be what we would put on a postal flash if you were to send the ECU and you said this is the mods that you've got. Realistically, it is damn close. So this is our fueling. So even at this 15% throttle, you can see that the fueling is so close to the bottom. So if we're between the 12 and the 14, you'd say that's pretty good. The target is basically that 13. And we are pretty much on the money already. So all we'll do is some minor tweaks now because this is full custom mapping, so we want that to be absolutely perfect everywhere. So we will just fine tune this, which is essentially just going through all of these tables, which there are plenty. You can see these are the percentage trims of what we've already done, and these are the actual quantity values of fuel. So we'll basically go through and tweak this. That's the intake air pressure map. This is the we'd use this one for the TPS. We've already gone through the intake air. We'll just go through the TPS, flash that back on, see where we get to. mega gains on this. Super, super happy with it. So this is the before and after. The blue is obviously before, the red is now. As we discussed before, the fueling's now absolutely perfect across the line. That's on every throttle position, it's all the same. When you're doing a load of runs, you should literally have like a massive bank of runs. If you were going to a dyno center, you should have a bank of runs of each map that you've fitted to the bike. So obviously this has had at least 2 and a bit full sets of runs. And now the fueling is absolutely perfect. The big gain in the mid-range area here is purely down to the system and then the DNA stage 2. That stage 2 kit just gives it way more grunt. It's just brilliant. Absolutely love that kit. And then it holds on to that and then just extends it all the way through to the red line. Mega gain. It's going to feel, I mean, it's a 10 brake gain on a bike. It's like more than 10% of a gain on this. It's huge. Really, really noticeable. So on the road, not only is it going to have more power everywhere, it's also going to be really, really smooth. So that initial pickup is just going to, it's going to be intuitive. There's not going to be any hesitation and lag and snatching. It's not going to be trying to fire you through a fence. It's just going to be really smooth. Done, all finished, sorted. What an awesome little bike. I actually quite like these. They're so cool. Nice and light, little twin, loads of torque. And it sounds absolutely insane with that system on there. But I'd argue that it's not too loud, but then I do live in a noisy box. So maybe not go off my opinion. But the DNA Stage 2 made a massive gain, was super chuffed with them. They are wicked on these. And then the arrow system's really nice, fitted pretty easily. No big dramas with it. It looks really, really good. Obviously we do have a DB killer to go in this as well if you really, really wanted to, if you were boring. Now because it's a Euro 5 system though, there is a caveat with this can, and it's basically the baffle fits in there. You do have to do a little bit of modification to get it out, but it is worth it because it sounds awesome. Anyway, woo! We like it. On to the next.